Okay, let's continue. This will be part 3 of section 17. We just taken a little bit longer so we can get a really good understanding of note 17. We have 3 questions left. On number 15, we're going to start, and again, you're just solving those same linear equations as you were doing before. So we're going to start by distributing this negative 1 into that first parentheses, and then this 2 onto the second parentheses. So we've got 3. Minus 1 times x is a negative x. Minus 1 times negative 4 is a plus 4. 2 times x is a 2x. And 2 times negative 3 is a minus 6. Always clean up in between steps when you have, a lot of terms. I can combine the 3 and the 4 here, which makes 7 minus x. Or you could have written negative x plus 7. That is strictly up to you. Now, again, when you're solving linear inequalities, it is always to your advantage to solve for the x on the left-hand side. That way it helps you read it. So I'm going to start by moving the 7 over to the right-hand side. That's going to make that a negative 7. I want these x's on the left, so that 2x, when it crosses over the equal sign, will become a negative 2x. And now clean up by combining like terms. A negative x and a negative 2x add up to negative 3x. My symbol. Negative 6 and negative 7 add up to negative 13. After dividing both sides by negative 3, ding, 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 light, siren, whatever goes off in your head, it goes off right now. Because we just divided through by a negative 3, we are going to end up with x and a positive 13/3 on the other side. Give yourself a number line. And again, the only number I'm really interested in is 13/3. If they give you a pre-filled in number line, convert that to 4 1/3. As a mixed number, you can at least locate it on the number line, put a dot in its place. Now this one is going to have a solid circle on it because of the closed inequality, and then read it. X is greater than or equal to. Well, greater than means go to the right. If you have a hard time with the shading, remember, always get the x's on the left. That's to your advantage because he'll always point the direction you need to shade on these linear inequalities. The shading is our solution, so as you read it like an English sentence from left to right, we're going to start with a bracket from 13/3 all the way out to infinity, and infinities always get parentheses. Here's the equation answer, here's the interval notation answer. Number 16, the left-hand side looks pretty good. But on the other side, I'm going to have to distribute that negative 4. So I've got 6x, negative 4 times x is minus 4x, and negative 4 times 7 is minus 28. Looks like on the right side, I've got more than one x term. I don't want that. You want to always have it as concise as possible. So I'm going to rewrite that. That is 2x minus 5. In combining 6x and minus 4x, I'm going to get 2x minus 28. Now I want all the x's on the left, all the constants on the right. This negative 5, when I move it over to the other side, becomes a plus 5. That 2x, when I move it over to the left-hand side, becomes a negative 2x. When I combine like terms, I'm going to end up with 0 is less than or equal to, and after combining negative 28 and 5, I'm going to get negative 23. You got to be careful here. Is this true or false? Is 0 smaller than, remember the small side is toward him, 0 is littler than negative 23. Well, let's check that out on a number line. Negative 23 is way over here on the negative side, and 0 is all the way to the right. 0 is not less than or equal to negative 23. That is false. And what did we say? Anytime an equation lies to you, it is a no solution. You can write it that way or this way. So the answer here would be no solution. And I've got one last exercise for you, and we will be done with 17. I'm going to start out exactly the same way. I'm going to distribute that negative onto that parentheses. So we have 3. A negative 1 times x is a minus x. A negative 1 times 4 is a minus 4. 5 minus x doesn't need anything. But I notice immediately that on the left, I can go ahead and combine, excuse me, I can go ahead and combine the 3 and the negative 4. I'm going to bring the negative x down, and then 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Okay, I'm going to get all the x's on the left, all the constants on the right. That negative 1, when it goes over the inequality, will become a plus 1. This negative x, when I bring it back over to the left, will become a plus x. Let's clean it up. A negative x and an x makes 0. And 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, 0 is less than or equal to 6. That is true. 0 is smaller than 6. So this one has an infinite solution, which is all real numbers. Or you can always write it as negative infinity to infinity. You can pick. All right, that means every single number on the number line works. And you can test it if you want to. All right, I'll see you in the next section.